crafty friends. Hey, it's Hiedi Scott with DiyDreaming. On this video tutorial, we're going to talk all about glass etching, which I thought was going to be super hard, but turns out it's so super simple. And it gives you such an amazing result that it's a little bit on the addicting side. So as you're hopping on, say hi, let me know where you're watching from, let me know if you have any questions along the way, feel free to sprinkle, all that good stuff. All right, so the projects for today can start anywhere. It could start with some glasses that you have in your cupboard. It could start with a piece like this that I picked up at my local Goodwill. I could be etching that. It could start with some glass plates from Dollar Tree. It could be a vase that you had a flower arrangement in. It's anything glass, okay? But what I'm going to show you is what I am doing with this set of 12 glasses in 2 different sizes from my local Target, 12 glasses for $10, which is a great deal. And I've had these before. They go in the dishwasher. They're great. I haven't broken any. They're just super nice quality, and heck, they're not even $1 a glass. So, and you can personalize them with etching cream absolutely however you want. So it's going to start with some glass, either these or something you already have or something from Dollar Tree or whatever. And then we're going to use some of this Maker Studio glass etching cream. This one little bottle is gonna do a ton of projects. My son got married last summer, and I did a ton of projects, gifts for the groomsmen and for the people who came to the wedding. I did a ton of different little Prosecco glasses for the ladies and beer mugs for the men, all with one little jar. Okay, so let's start at the very beginning. First thing you're going to do is wash whatever you want to etch. Just in case it has a film or something on it, you just want to wash it first, okay? And so I've already done that. Then what you're going to do, and I'll show you some that I've done in just a second, is you're going to want to decide which size glass, if you're using these ones from Target, do you want to do? One of the little tall ones or one of the short ones? And I know somebody's going to ask me what are the measurements on this, so let me see if it says. Okay, the tall one is a 15 fluid ounce and the short one is a 14 fluid ounce. They're great. You can use them for any kind of beverage. Okay, and then, so you're going to decide which ones you want to do, and then you're going to choose your stencil. And I know a lot of you guys are probably thinking, well, if this is etching, I mean, it's like a chemical that's going to basically eat away some of the glass. If this is etching, is it going to hurt my stencils? And the answer is no, absolutely not. In fact, if they have a little gunk in them, I have found that using the etching cream on them and then cleaning them promptly and letting them air dry and all that stuff, it sounds funny, but it's almost good for them. Okay, so I have done a lot of different glasses for my house using this cheetah pattern, which is from Maker Studio, and I did pin a link with the glass etching supplies, including the stencils, the brush we're going to use, and this etching cream. So I've done some like this. I love these all over patterns, and some short little ones like this. They're great. And then I've done some that have like a Bible verse or something on them, like this one right here. It's going to be hard for you to see because of the light, but it says, "Be still and know." And then I've done some that have these little wreaths, which I'm not sure if these are available right now, but you can take a peek and look. And this is something, this was a funny wine bottle, a bottle of wine, excuse me. This was a funny bottle of wine that my husband bought. It didn't look like your typical wine bottle, so we drank the wine, and then I've cleaned it out, and I used it as a vase for some long stems. So that's why it's still foggy and wet, because I just cleaned it out. But I etched it using a stencil that will be back in a few weeks. If you're watching this live, or it may be back already now, it's an all-over pattern of dragonflies. So you can do stuff like this too. Okay, so I've already started one cooking, and I'll show you what we do. I'm just gonna lay down a paper towel so my glass doesn't roll all over the place and roll off the table. And I'm gonna use one of these tall ones, and I'm gonna use this stencil right here that says, "She is strong." I'm making glasses that I wanna drink out of in my house, that have fun patterns, or that have a Bible verse or something encouraging, or something like this. And I love flowers, and I love everything faith related, so this one says, "She is strong." It's perfect. Okay, so when you are using a stencil on a surface that is curved, let me just tell you a couple things. It's gonna want to have bubbles, so you're gonna really need to lay it down, lift it up, lay it down, lift it up, and smooth it out, so that you can get it as flat and as adhered to the surface as possible. And most glasses are not exactly straight. They have a little bit of a slant to it. So that makes it a little bit challenging. But if you have a glass that is like this, that's gonna be 100 times more difficult unless you use a very, very small stencil. So if you're looking for glasses to do, aim for things that are flatter and straighter if possible. Okay, and you know, you just want to do it as straight as you possibly can. I'm laying it down, and then I'm pressing from the center out. And let me see, I'm going to put my phone down a little bit further. I know you guys probably have questions. If you do, feel free to ask them here in the comments. And when I hop off, I will be glad to answer. So I'm just laying it down and smoothing it out, and then sort of lifting it up a little bit and laying it down and smoothing it out. And that is basically how you're going to get it on. So I did that side. You can see here's the perfect example of, can you see that, how it wants to get a bubble in it because it's not completely flat. So I'm going to lay it down and smooth just a little bit of it, and then do the same thing. And once you've etched on glass, you can use it just like any other glass. If the glass could go in the dishwasher before you etched it, it can go in the dishwasher after. If the glass piece could go in the oven, which I don't know if there's that many glasses that could go in the oven, but if it could before, then it can after, all right? Now, this stencil right here says a Maker Studio at the bottom. I'm obviously not gonna do that part. I'm just doing the design. And I've got it rubbed down really good. By the way, you do not fuzz these gray stencils, in case you're wondering. Okay, and then this is the bottle. I'm gonna shake it up. Sometimes, if you haven't used it in a while, it can all sort of sink to the bottom. All right, and this is what it looks like. It's gonna have like little chunks in it almost. And this is an artist brush, it's $2. These are great for applying etching cream. I'm gonna take the cream out of the lid first. And I'm just gonna start from one side and move to the other. And you wanna just apply a generous coat over the top of the areas of your stencil that, I'll hold this up in just a second and show you, that have the holes. You want to be careful not to go outside of the edge of your stencil, because it'll etch whatever it touches, and it'll just look foggy if there's no design, if you just go outside. And I'm going to apply a generous coat first, and then I'm going to come back and work it just a little bit with my brush. And when I was telling you that sometimes it will have little chunks in it, can you guys see those? I don't know why it has that, but it just does. That's part of the whole etching process. Get some more. The first time I did this, I was kind of afraid of it, seriously. And so I wore gloves, and I was just super, super concerned not to get it on my hands. And then like I said, this can almost become a little addicting because you just get such an amazing result. And it's so quick and easy. So I've etched so much since then that I don't wear rubber gloves, and it doesn't have a bad odor that's bad for you to breathe or anything. You don't need to do it in a well-ventilated area or outside or anything. Now, obviously, don't eat this. Don't get it in your eyes. Don't put it on your skin, but if you get a little blob of it on your skin, just wash your hands. I think the idea of it cutting the glass just makes us think that it's going to be such a terrible chemical that you need to be afraid of it, but you really don't. Okay, so I've almost got all of my areas covered. And covered pretty generously. And now I'm just going to go back and I'm just working it just a little bit. This is I would not apply this with a spreader or a scraper or anything like that. This is something that works best with a brush that has some oomph to it, and these artist brushes from Maker Studio work great. And I want to do this close up and hope, oops, I just got it on my fingers, hang on. Put my hand in my little tub of water. When you are doing it, you can almost hear it. And I don't know if you'll be able to hear that or not. Can you hear it? That's it etching your glass. Yeah, you can hear that. Okay. So then once you have your stuff on, the website, the Maker Studio website says that you only need to leave it for about 5 minutes. But the thing is, you can leave it for longer than that if you want to. There's no rush to get it off. And I feel like if you leave it on a little bit longer, your result might be a little bit more strong, more intense, which is what you want. So before I came live, I did this one. And this one says, "Be still and know that I am God." And then it has two really kind of cool stylized flowers on it. All right. So I'm going to pull my stencil off and show you what it looks like. This is a super cute stencil. It's part of one of those larger sets that has like 5 or 6 different pieces. And I'm just pushing my stencil under the water here. I'll show you that in just a second. Okay, and here's what it looks like. Let me come close. It's got my fingerprints all over, but those will come off when I'm done. Be still and know that I am God. And it's gonna look white because the etching cream is on it. So, here's my little tub of water. And my stencil looks like this. I need a small something. Where did I put my little blob? Oh, here it is. Okay, so I would take a kitchen sponge or a paper towel, and I'm just going to sort of wash the etching cream off of my stencil. It comes right off. It'll look like this. And then I'll just lay it out to dry on a tea towel or on a counter or something with the sticky side up. That's it. That's all there is to it. So let me show you how to wash the glass. Same deal. I'm just going to stick it in my little tub or in the kitchen. In reality, it would be in my kitchen sink. I might use a little bit of dish soap if I wanted. And I'm basically just rinsing the etching cream off of the glass. And I'm going to dry it. And I'll show you what it looks like. When you first rinse it, you're going to be thinking, oh no, what did I do? It's gone, because the etching sort of disappears when the glass is wet. But as soon as it's dry, it reappears. And obviously when there's bigger areas of etching, you're going to see it more than when it's littler. But this is what that looks like. Be still and know that I am God. Okay, and this is what I'm talking about, the difference. So when you have something that has bigger patches of the etching cream on it, it's going to show up more. But I assure you, if you were drinking a glass of water or a glass of orange juice or a soda or a glass of wine or a mixed drink or something out of this, you would be able to see the etching. And it's just amazing. So let's do this one now. And it's so easy to clean up. Okay, so this is the one that we've been working on that says she is strong. And a lot of times when it's a bigger stencil, I'll put my hand inside of the glass to work with it, to apply the etching cream or to remove the stencil. Oh, this is going to be super cute. These flowers are awesome. Okay, so here's our stencil. I'm just going to put it in my little tub. And I would use probably a kitchen sponge, but I'm just using a paper towel right here to sort of wash the etching cream off of it. And I'll wash my hands with soap and water when I'm all finished. And there you go. That's what that looks like. It's clean now. So let me lay it over here. And let's look at the glass with the etching cream on it, and then we'll wash it and I'll show you what it will look like. Look how sweet those little flowers are. Aren't they cute? With their long stems. I will look when I get off to see which set has this stencil, because it is honestly so dang cute. And I'll put a direct link for this one in the comments. She is strong. I'm gonna love this. Okay, so I'm just gonna stick it in my water and use my little paper towel to wash the etching cream off. I could run it through the dishwasher after if I wanted, but it's not even necessary. And now I'm gonna say, oh no, it's gone, I ruined it, because you can't see it when it's wet. And seriously, people have said that to me, oh no, I think I ruined it. I'm like, no, you didn't, you just gotta get it dry. Just give it a second. I wanna get the inside of it nice and dry too, so you can see how cute this is going to be. I would probably use a little dish soap out in my sink just so my fingerprints aren't on here, you know, so it's nice and crystal clear. But Look how cute that is. And I know some of you guys are going to be wanting to give me tips like fill it with colored water to make it so that we can see it better. And you can do that yourselves at home if you want to, but I can see it just fine. And I know if you guys were going to do this at your house for glasses or gifts, that you'll be able to see it just fine. So this is super cute. I absolutely love it. Where's the other one that we did? This one right here. Be still and know that I am God. So I love these with these delicate flowers on them. And then I love the ones with the heavier etching on them. And the second, my bee stencil, my new bee stencil that that Maker Studio, just came out with yesterday, I believe it was. It's an all over bee pattern. I'm gonna do some different glasses in that as well. So that's everything you need to know about etching. I did pin some links down here to Maker Studio to the glass etching cream, which is this little bottle. It goes a long, long ways. I put a link to this artist brush, which works great. I put a link to the stencils, and you can look through the 4 pages and see what appeals to you. Any one of these stencils, from Maker Studio works great. With the etching cream, it's not harmful to them at all. If you missed the beginning, you can watch this on replay. If you have any specific questions, you can let me know that too. Thank you to everyone who gave me stars. I so appreciate that. When you apply this, so let's just quickly go over it real quick. You're gonna put your stencil on a clean glass. You're gonna apply your etching cream with an artist brush. You're gonna let it sit for a little while. You know, what that is can be up to you. 3, 4, 5 minutes, then you'll remove your stencil. You'll wash your stencil. You'll lay it out to dry. You can let the cream sit on it for the whole rest of the day if you need to or would want to for some reason. Or you can just put it in the sink right then and there and wash it off, dry it off, and boom, you have etched a glass. It's that simple. Too cute. Thank you, Julie. I just think it's fun. And this glass set here from Target, if you're looking for glasses, you can pick them up at the dollar store for $1, but this set from Target is super nice quality. I don't make anything up from Target, so I'm just telling you the truth, what I've experienced, because I've used these. It's Room Essentials brand. You get 12 glasses for $10, and they're 2 different sizes, 6 of the short and 6 of the tall. So they're not even $1 a piece. I think when I paid the sales tax with this, it was $10.78 in my state. So it's a fabulous deal. These guys can go in the dishwasher. These 2 sizes and shapes are great for a variety of different kinds of beverages. So they're super versatile, and that is what I would recommend that you try it with, and then get creative and go to town, and you can etch all kinds of different glass surfaces. It's really up to you. So if you want to give it a try, grab a bottle of this, grab a brush, and get a couple different stencils, whatever appeals to you, and just go for it. You'll love it, I promise. You're going to be totally wanting to etch every glass surface you can find in your whole entire house when you're done. Alrighty, thanks for watching. I will get some pictures, and I'll get some information, and I'll put that here in the comments. Let me know how I can help you, or if you have any questions that I didn't answer, and I will see you guys later.